Hey, what's up, classic TV fans? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. I haven't done a Munsters reboot update for you in such a long time. In fact, this is the first one of the year. It's been a while. There have been some things trickling in, some information, but I kind of wanted to wait for everything to come in so that I had enough information to put it all into one video for you. If you don't know, I've pretty much been going throughout the whole development of this Munsters movie reboot done by Rob Zombie. And so I've covered just images, really cool and interesting developments, makeup, casting. So if you haven't seen those previous videos, make sure to check them out. There is a playlist so you can watch all of them from the beginning, and it'll fill you in to what's happening, because I know a lot of you are asking, hey, where's Eddie? Where's Marilyn? Who's going to play Herman Munster? I've answered all those questions, so make sure to watch the previous videos. Now we're going to start with this image because I think it's something that we've seen before, and that is the Munsters mansion. Now I covered the entire progress of the Munsters mansion, basically from the first piece of lumber all the way to the end like this. And so, you know, the mansion looks great. I've talked about that, but we see 3 chairs right in the center of the frame. We see Rob Zombie right in the middle, and then we see someone on the left. Well, that is someone we haven't heard of before. Zoran, I hope I'm saying this correctly, Popovic or Popovic. Yeah, that looks correct. And so I looked into pretty much deep, and I couldn't find really any information on this individual other than he is more likely behind the scenes work, more like a producer slash director type person. So he won't be cast in a part. He's going to be working in the crew, someone high up there along with Rob. That's why they're placed there together. He's done a couple films and so forth. And remember, this is all being filmed in the European country of Hungary, and they build the whole back lot there for everyone to make all the scenes and stuff. It's very, very interesting. Now here's another image with, now the composition here is completely Rob Zombie. It's not me. He did it like this, with the mansion on either side of the image, and then someone from the crew carrying the chairs, Dan Roebuck and Sherry Moon Zombie, to another part of the film shoot. They're going somewhere else to film. Now, if you know, Dan Roebuck is going to play Grandpa Munster, and on the right, Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's wife, is going to be playing Lily Munster. And so their chairs are being moved around as they're filming different scenes. So that's pretty cool to be able to catch that. I wanted to show this one to you. This is Rob Zombie's chair behind in a truck, ready to move to the next location. So essentially it's saying that they're starting to move. They're not just in one set. They're starting to go different places to the movie studio and so forth to get this movie done. So it is in the filming stages for sure. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, Rick, Christmas is almost last month ago. You're so late on this. When this image dropped, it was around Christmas time, obviously. And I don't know, I didn't just want to make a video with one image. I really didn't. I wanted to have a collection of images, and hopefully you'll agree that this video is stronger, that I brought everything together and we get a more concise idea of what's going on instead of like 4 videos with 4 different images, right? So we wish you a scary Christmas. This is all Rob Zombie. I didn't change the color palette, nothing like that. We see a Christmas tree with a bunch of skulls. We see even like scrolls on the bottom with gifts wrapped in black gift wrapping, which is kind of cool. There's even like a type of, what do you call it, a skull on the gift wrap, and we see everyone in their makeup and costuming, pretty much in color. The first time we've seen it in color. We see on the left Dan Roebuck as Grandpa. In the middle we see Jeffrey as Herman Munster, and we see Sherry Moon on the right as Lily Munster. And so again, it's with the behind them, the mansion, and we get to see them in the getup. First time we get to see Lily in her, what do you call it, in her, it's that coffin, inside of the coffin lining, and that's what she wears. And you see the green in Herman, and you see the blue in Grandpa, which is fairly accurate to how they had it. So let me just tell you, in terms of accuracy, people have pointed out that they don't really understand the mustache on Grandpa. By the way, Count Dracula in the actual novel, Bram Stoker, did have a mustache. So just saying, I know the original Al Lewis character did not have a mustache, but yeah, so that's just interesting to note, and an interesting image for sure. I always want to see your thoughts down below in the comments. And speaking of chairs, I've shown a lot of chairs in this video. This is a unique one, of course, not a friendly one, but this is a chair that Rob Zombie said that they made for the movie. It's going to be probably either in the dungeon or what I think in the living room, something that Grandpa would use, right, when he's reading a magazine or the newspaper and so forth. Not for its use, but more for like its aesthetic use, right? We all know what it is. I don't even have to say what it is. For me, the overall chair looks okay, but what looks strange to me, to be completely honest, is the cup that goes over the head, right? It just looks like a lamp, which I think is what it's going to be. It's going to be like a lamp. It's going to be like a play on the type of chair that it is, and then the lamp, the wiring. I don't know. There's just a thing off for me about the whole setup. But again, if it's supposed to be like a lamp attached to like one of these chairs, then I get it. Then they've been successful. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this electric chair? More chairs, more chairs. This is one that's interesting though because it's inside the Munsters mansion set. Now it's not inside the exterior that I showed you. It's inside a soundstage, and Sylvester McCoy, who will be playing Igor, Dan Roebuck, who will be playing Grandpa. Look at the difference in the size of chairs. He notes this in the caption, saying that we have all different size chairs for all the different actors and so forth. And so Igor on the left, Dan Roebuck, Grandpa on the right. There is a difference in height, and so there's a difference in the size of the chair. Pretty cool. And I do want to save the best for last, both with this image and some rumor news that I think you're going to absolutely enjoy. Now, we have finally a casting confirmation, and Rob Zombie confirmed this, saying that this is the first photo from the set of Catherine Schell. This is Catherine Schell playing the character of Zoya Krupp. All right, and now this is something which is very interesting because if you look at her getup, she has this gypsy type getup, maybe like a female witch doctor type thing or like a fortune teller type character. That's just what I'm getting. That's the vibes that I'm getting. Now, you may have heard of Catherine Schell. Maybe some of you haven't, but she's been in different things on Her Majesty's Secret Service, in an episode of Doctor Who. She was even in a movie with Peter Sellers, The Return of the Pink Panther. Now, she retired from acting in the 1990s, but they actually brought her out of retirement in order to play this part, which I think is fairly interesting. Now, this tells me a lot, both in what it includes and what it doesn't include. There's no talk of Marilyn Munster so far. There's no talk of Eddie Munster so far. But there is this new character that we see right here. There is Igor. There's even a doctor, right? A mad scientist doctor that I talked about in a couple episodes previously. Now again, why isn't there an Eddie Munster? Why isn't there a Marilyn? We're just going to have to wait and see. But I want to caution by saying that this is a rumor. I have been told by a source that has messaged me, and from it seems credible, okay, but I'm not going to advocate for it. I'm not going to say you have to believe this. Take it as a rumor. Take it for what it is, okay? And I don't feel that this individual has any reason to lie or to just, I don't know, take me down in a path that's incorrect. But this individual said that recently they met Butch Patrick and they were able to talk and have a conversation with him. And he bluntly asked Butch Patrick, hey, are you going to be in this movie or not, the Rob Zombie movie? And the answer from Butch Patrick was that physically he was not going to, but he was going to make, quote unquote, an appearance through an audio form. So we're going to hear his voice in the movie somehow. Now, it could be put on a CGI character. It could just be his voice, like a disembodied voice. I don't know. I don't have those details. Again, take this as a rumor. Don't say Rick9G said that Butch Patrick is going to be on here for sure, 100% confirmed. Again, it's a source that the way it was told, the way it read, and the conversation that I had with the individual seemed very legitimate. But again, take that for what it is. I just thought I'd pass that on to you to be maybe one of the first to announce that, or to be one of the first to talk about that the Eddie Munster character will be on there, but in audio form. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. What do you think about this? Again, Butch Patrick is up there in age, so he's not going to appear as a little boy. Remember, time has passed on, and they apparently don't want to recast it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. This is early stages. I'd love to know your thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed this quite longer video compared to the others, but I did want to bring you all the information as concisely and completely as possible. We'll see you next time, and don't forget, be hopeful. Thank you to everyone for the support, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Citizen Kane 359, David D, Greg S, Kevin K, Ricky, Sally N, Ulysses the P, and Vito L. If you want to join the Patreon family, links are in the description. Thank you.